Hello, Family Theories and Dynamics online class. My name is Andrew Little, and my partner, Amelia Dotson, and I created this presentation of feminist family theory for your education and enjoyment. To get started, we're going to watch a video which introduces an idea that is central to the first wave of the feminist movement.
They haven't opened the doors yet. Is it in?
The Prime Minister duly reviewed all the women's testimonies. After careful debate with a number of MPs very sympathetic to the women's cause, it was carried that there was not the evidence to support any change to the suffrage bill.
What?
No votes for women, then, sir?
No votes.
But Mr. Lloyd George, listen, he took it all down. It's a sham. Sham! It's a sham!
I'm going to pause the video there because the next few minutes get fairly violent. To sum up what occurs, the women in the crowd are fairly upset with the ruling and they become agitated. The police officers respond violently and many of the women are beaten. This video depicts Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady, who were strong advocates in the early days of feminism. The first wave of feminism was focused primarily on securing equal rights for women. As demonstrated in the video, women in London gathered together to advocate for the right to vote. Another notable woman was Margaret Mead. She studied Samoa, the South Pacific, and New Guinea, and found that masculine and feminine behavior was determined by the society and culture in which we live. The second wave of feminism began in the 1960s. Women such as Betty Friedan, Gloria Steinem, and others worked to help women get equal pay, reproductive choice, maternity leave, child care, and an end to sex discrimination. The third wave of feminism started in the 1990s. This wave of feminism brought to light that the previous feminist movements were predominantly white, middle-class movements. Feminist scholars sought to combine both the societal and individual perspectives of oppression, in that women of various races, sexual orientations, religions, classes, and others could be a part of the feminist movement. Kimberly Crenshaw, whose image is shown, suggests that black feminists were left out of the second wave of the feminist movement. Now that we've covered some of the history of feminism, we can look more into what it is as a family theory. The core assumptions associated with feminist family theory are as follows. Number 1, to understand women and families, we must understand the social and historical context in which they live. Number 2, women's experiences are central to our understanding of families. Number 3, gender is a socially constructed concept and not biological. Number 4, there are many forms of families and that the traditional nuclear family is an inadequate description in our modern world. Number 5, emphasis is placed on social change and empowering those with less power. Number 6, there is no objective, unbiased view of humans, that all observations are influenced by social realities. Along with these assumptions, a concise way of explaining feminist family theory can be found in our textbook on page 304. It reads, "Feminist family theory sheds light on other issues that are neglected or ignored by other theories, such as the male-oriented perspective of what was previously considered objective research. It attempts to lend more equal weight to women's issues in family interactions and to downplay the traditional gender roles of some other theories." We will now watch a clip from the old TV sitcom I Love Lucy. This will help to introduce a few concepts about the feminist family theory.
Oh, yeah? Atta girl, Lucy. I was wondering what happened to you. It just sunk in. I don't know how you treat your women in Cuba, but this is the United States, and I have my rights.
I am not arguing about women's right. I am the first one to agree that women should have all the rights they want, as long as they stay in their place.
Oh, you're just as bad as he is, Fred. You men tell us that we have equal rights, but you certainly don't give us a chance to act like it.
What do you want? You've got the vote? You wear pants? You drive buses? You wrestle? You go every place you please except the steam room and the YMCA.
That isn't true. Equal rights means just what it says, equal rights.
Well, that's a good explanation.
Oh, you know what she means. Yes, and we want to be treated that way. From now on, everything is equal. We want to be treated exactly as if we were men.
There are not many concepts for feminist family theory, but they are important, so we're going to cover them quickly. According to feminist family theory, sex refers to the biological assignment given at birth. Gender is the social meanings and behaviors ascribed to one sex, particularly roles and behaviors. Categorization is the application of labels to behaviors and roles. Stratification is the application of value to those labels, behaviors, and roles. Privilege refers to social status given to one with more power and value in society. Lastly, there are three key concepts that categorize the advocacy and activism of the feminist family theory. They are social deconstruction, where you recognize that reality is socially created; social discourse, where you become aware that our language and symbols mirror the privilege and inequality in society; and lastly, praxis is the action of changing gender and social relations to promote equality. Now, this last clip helps to demonstrate that society has socialized us to categorize certain behavior to the females and others to the males.
Later on, whilst Mum was doing business, Blake was nowhere to be found. So I went upstairs to see if I could find him.
Blake! Not out. Go put that away, Blake. Daddy's gonna be so sad.
Why would Daddy be cross?
Richie gets very upset when he plays with Zoe's dolls and bags because
Why?
he used to dress up. He wants him to play with boy toys instead of girl toys. It really bothers him. It's not a problem for me so much.
Blake likes to play with his older sister. He dresses up just like she dresses up. However, he likes to dress up in his little clippity-cloppity shoes and have his handbag over his shoulder. And Dad's horrified by that. He's just so scared that his son is going to grow up wearing dresses.
I don't know too many fathers out there that would say, yeah, okay, I would love my son to, play with dresses rather than play with the tool bench, trucks, or whatever it may be.
It's really, really common to worry about that. But Richard needs to realise it's just kids playing. I mean, they're having fun just dressing up in big people's clothes.
Moving along, our textbook presents various critiques that have been presented against feminist family theory. I'm not going to read these to you. If you'd like to pause the video and get a refresher, that would be fine. To end our presentation, here are a few questions that you can ponder as we finish up this section learning about feminist family theory. In attempting to overcome a double standard, does feminism create a new double standard? How do gender roles impact us in our families? And lastly, while feminism celebrates girls for acting in traditionally masculine ways, is there a place for boys to act in traditionally feminine ways? That is the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening.